Hi everybody, this is Robert Kennard, and we have moved into the phase of our course where it's time to complete the literature review. The first thing I want to remind you of about the literature review is that this is a good time to stop and take a look at your textbook. I know that sometimes when you're doing an online course there's a tendency to not necessarily read every word in the textbook, but to go about the work and to use the textbook as a resource. But I want to encourage you to look into Chapter 3 of the textbook. It's not particularly long, but it is particularly rich. Particularly the information about sources, their quality. You should also consider the scope of the sources that you want to employ. I'd also encourage you to read the sample paper that comes with the textbook and to review the paper that you read during the first week of the course in order to get a sense of what a literature review looks like. Essentially, a literature review has a couple of purposes. The first purpose is for you to learn about the content of the area in which you're studying. You need to become an expert on whatever your problem is, and part of being an expert is reading about how others have approached the problem, how great theorists would respond to the various instructional strategies or strategies that have been in use or that you'd like to employ. So again, the first part, you need to learn about your problem. The second thing I would encourage you to do is to see the literature review as an opportunity to teach the reader of your paper. The reader of your paper, me, comes in with some knowledge, but maybe not a lot of knowledge about the subject that you're working on. And you kind of have to operate on the assumption that your reader is may not know very much about your topic. And so what the literature review does is it gives you the opportunity to provide context for your reader. Now, this is a busy week when it comes to the literature review. We have a very ambitious schedule. We actually want you submitting the beginning draft of the lit review Thursday night to a group of peers. You have all been assigned to groups of 3. There is a peer partner tab, and you should be able to submit a draft to your peer partners later on this week. I realize that some of you are going to fall behind on this because it's difficult to get it complete, but I want you to do the best you can in the next week to submit that. You'll see if you look ahead that the final draft of your literature review actually isn't due until a week later. But I want to encourage you to use your peers for feedback and also to see what you can learn from reading what your peers have to say about your paper, and that may indeed cause it to improve. So that's it for now. Again, I strongly urge you to stop, take a few minutes, and read that 3rd chapter and to see what it has to say. And also, of course, to review the sample literature reviews that you have access to. Thanks for listening. This is an exciting part of the literature of the project, and even though it can be a little bit intimidating, I'm quite certain that you're going to achieve success. Goodbye, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.